Top places to visit in Eastern Europe. Eastern European countries are often overlooked in favor of popular Western European destinations, but they shouldn't be. With a rich history, pacts with the devil, Renaissance-era cathedrals, medieval astronomical clocks, and of course, Dracula's castle. Eastern Europe offers a wealth of destinations to explore. There's also a bonus fact for all the Spartacus lovers out there, so stay tuned. Eastern Europe is so full of fantastic architecture, landmarks, cuisine, and sights to see that you don't want to leave off your bucket list. We've included some of the top places tourists have enjoyed traveling to, so let's get into it. Charles Bridge, Czechia. Whether it's for its medieval architecture, its bohemian culture, or because it's the beer-drinking capital of the world, there's something for every kind of traveler in Prague. There's a good reason everyone loves this city. The old town is beautiful, with so many places to walk and admire. The castle towers over everything, and the Vltava River flows through it all. Charles Bridge is probably the most iconic landmark in Czechia and one of the most recognizable bridges in the whole of Europe. This old bridge stands over the Vltava River in Prague, running over 500 meters, connecting two halves of this amazing city. It is one of the most amazing examples of medieval Gothic architecture in Prague, and is also home to a few urban legends, including convicts, crosses, and pacts with the devil himself. Start exploring in Old Town Square, where you'll be welcomed by the medieval astronomical clock that will have everyone staring up on the hour, Gothic churches, bell towers, and colorful buildings' facades. Maybe take a walking tour, which is the best way to get acquainted with the city. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik is a city in Croatia that sits on the crystal blue waters of the Adriatic Sea, making it one of the best seaside cities to visit in Eastern Europe. The architecture here is a treat to the eye. It's even nicknamed the Pearl of the Adriatic, due to the white sandstones used for building. There's no better way to admire the city than walking atop the medieval city walls that still encapsulate the old town. Not only is Dubrovnik a gorgeous place to visit, but it's also a pretty affordable destination for those wanting a taste of the Mediterranean lifestyle. Just make sure you go during the shoulder season, and be mindful of how many cruise ships are in port, as the city can become flooded with tourists. Budapest Opera House, Hungary. One of the best-known capital cities in Eastern Europe is Budapest, which is home to many amazing sights and attractions, like the Budapest Opera House, an amazing piece of new Renaissance architecture modeled after the Vienna Opera House. The city sits along the Danube River, which provides a scenic backdrop to the major attractions, like the Neo-Gothic Parliament building, the former Royal Palace, Fisherman's Bastion, and Gothic Matthias Church, the very moving memorial to Holocaust victims. The shoes on the Danube can also be observed along the promenade. Budapest is also known for its unique ruined bars, which are created inside abandoned buildings, and there's a robust coffee house culture as well. Lake Bled, Slovenia. Lake Bled in Slovenia is one of the most picturesque destinations to visit in Eastern Europe. It's a great place to go get away from the big city and enjoy a coastal getaway. Perfect for honeymooners, backpackers, hikers, and more. You can visit this gorgeous lake and take in the stunning views while participating in all kinds of activities like hiking, biking, and sightseeing. In the middle of this 2-kilometer lake is an islet with a church and a medieval castle clinging to a nearby cliff. Due to its amazing scenery, Lake Bled is super popular with tourists, so make sure you book your flights and hotel well in advance. It's not the most straightforward place to get to, so expect a few transfers as well. Hvar Island, Croatia. Hvar Island can be found in the Adriatic Sea and is one of the best summer resorts on the continent. From Mediterranean culture to Renaissance-era cathedrals, there's something for everyone on this stunning island. Bran Castle, Romania. Deep within Transylvania, Romania, a tall medieval structure looms over the tops of the forest that surrounds it. Although the locals know it to be a fortress and a modern-day museum, this castle is also known as Dracula's Castle. Its actual name is Bran Castle, and it is said to be the inspiration for the castle seen in the famous Bram Stoker novel Dracula. Although the inspiration for Dracula himself, Vlad the Impaler, is said never to have set foot in this castle, thousands of visitors still come to Bran Castle to learn more about one of literature's most iconic characters. Bucegi Natural Park, Romania. For hikers and those who love to visit some of the natural wonders of the world, Bucegi Natural Park in Romania is filled with plenty of natural scenery and amazing environments to visit. This park is filled with limestone slopes, alpine rivers, dry grasslands, and beech forests. It's a gorgeous place to get lost in, and here you can wander for hours and feel completely cut off from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. As a result, many visit these natural reserves and protected areas within the park just for somewhere to unwind. The two most iconic landmarks found within the park are two natural stone formations known as the Babel and Sphinx. These massive stones are visited every single year by thousands of tourists due to their uncanny resemblance to the Sphinx of Giza and traditional mushrooms. Plitvice Lakes, Croatia. Back in Croatia, one of the country's most popular tourist attractions is Plitvice Lakes National Park. It was granted its UNESCO World Heritage status way back in 1979 and is home to a long chain of terraced lakes, all joined by various waterfalls. You can walk along the many hiking trails or walkways to enjoy the stunning scenery on offer. Circle around this limestone canyon or even take a trip onto the water in one of the many boat tours on offer. Vilnius, Lithuania. Vilnius is one of the most beautiful cities in the world due to its mixture of medieval and Baroque architecture. It contains one of the largest surviving medieval quarters in Europe, which for us is reason enough to visit. This is easily one of the most diverse cities when it comes to architectural eras and styles, from the neoclassical Vilnius Cathedral to the Gothical St. Anne's Church and the 16th century Gate of Dawn. Bratislava, Slovakia. One of my favorite Eastern European cities for a long weekend break is Bratislava. It has a similar feel to other cities like Budapest, especially as it also lies along the Danube River, but it's much smaller and easier to get around. It also has a very nice pedestrian-only 18th century old town with a lot of charm. Start with a visit to the reconstructed Bratislava castle, perched atop a hill overlooking the old town and the Danube. Visit St. Elizabeth's Church, aka the Blue Church, and spend plenty of time wandering around the old town, where you'll see monuments like the Old Town Hall, St. Michael's Gate, and the whimsical Mill, a bronze statue of a man hanging out at the top of a manhole. And now, lovely viewers, it's finally time to get into the bonus fact. But before that, we would like to thank you for staying with us this far. Eastern Europe is the home of the Spartacus. Modern-day Bulgaria was home to the Thracian tribe, and their hero Spartacus was born there. For those who don't know, Spartacus was a slave and gladiator who escaped captivity and went on to lead the armies in the Third Servile War against the Roman Empire. He also inspired a pretty big film of the same name that starred Kirk Douglas. There are said to be in excess of 15,000 Thracian tombs in Bulgaria. Many of them have yet to be excavated. What are your thoughts about this list of best places to visit in Eastern Europe? Comment down below and let us know what you think. If you enjoyed the content, uplift the channel by hitting like, subscribe, and also ring the YouTube bell to meet us again in the following video. Until next time.